Okay. Hi. Say something.
Hi.
There you go. All right. Hi. um, just trying to make sure you're okay. Everything's good now. All right. Top five wrestlers of all time. Leon
Mm,
Eight Menace.
Hi, Leanna.
Top five wrestlers.
Hmm. Of all time,
Top five. Top
or
five. Top five.
or
Never get tired of watching.
Roman,
Oh my.
Rhea.
Korea.
Um, I'd say my newest one is Javon Evans.
Ooh.
Um, Trick
Okay.
Williams.
Trick
Hmm?
Williams. Trick
Yeah.
Williams. That trick.
And let's see. And, it's kind of a tie between like LA Knight and Randy Orton.
Mhm. Okay. Um,
My top six.
that's good. I'm gonna go with CM Punk, obviously.
Mhm.
um, Rhea.
Okay.
John Cena.
Okay.
Um, that's three. Sol Ruka lately.
Okay.
That's four.
I gotta watch her more
Oh yeah, you
because
definitely.
what I've seen, I'm impressed by her. So,
Yeah, yeah. Can't wait for her to like show up on the main roster.
oh yeah.
And who else? Um, Trick Williams.
Okay.
Yeah, like we should have done male and female. It would have been fine, but still.
Mhm.
But yeah, those are my favorite. Um, all right, we're good. You ready to start?
Yeah.
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 And what do you think of Monday Raw?
I haven't finished it.
You didn't, but you did hear the you did watch the
So I got through like the first hour
okay,
because I kept having to pause it.
right.
And then we were trying to watch it last night and it just kept messing up. So I'm like,
Um,
so I have to
you're not allowed to watch it then.
no, it's not well, I have it on my
Okay.
phone. So if I miss something when I watch it with my sisters, then I can see what I missed. But it's like I got tired of waiting. you know? But I I heard what happened with CM Punk and the Usos because you played it.
I played
You
it.
know, but I'm like, I don't know. And then another um, TikToker I follow, she played a little bit of it. And I'm like, oh my eyes, because of course she's like, oh, you know, he went in on the Usos, and I'm like, whatever.
He really knows those. Wow. He
She's like, I'm not eating no more. I'm like, really?
wow.
Forget you then. No. But so no, of course, I want to watch it, in completion. But I saw something else um, about it that the Judgment Day was beaten up in. So I'm like, oh, he's out. So,
I think
but,
that whole curse is
huh?
working.
The what?
I think that whole curse is working.
Danhausen is so dumb. Gosh. I'm
Oh,
like, you know what? When he showed up,
yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really? That's what we waited for?
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, so
Knew it was
is
gonna
this
be
all
some
he's
kind
gonna
of
do?
good stuff on there in there.
I'm
And
like, is this all he's gonna do? You
yeah,
know, because even though I knew who he was, I do not think I've ever seen him wrestle.
mm,
Come to think of it,
and
the 2 years that
never,
I watched AEW, I never saw him wrestle.
no, and then
All
whoever
I saw him do was backstage stuff
he always does
and
that.
be an idiot. So
Yeah, and then whoever he teams up with adds the Howden name on the front of it. I'm drinking water too.
drinking my water, you drink your water.
My goodness. Here we go. So when they were trying to set him up with Miz on Friday, it was like it would have been Mizhausen.
Miss Housen, yeah.
I'm like, please don't do that. Please don't do that here too. Don't
I'm
put.
like, well, I mean, that's what Miz does. So, you know, but I don't think Miz wants to, be his partner. So there can only be one locker room leader, and that puts their name on everything.
Before the show started, what's her face? AJ put out a tweet
Yeah.
of
And I'm so bummed that it was here and I couldn't go because the tickets were too expensive.
they are. AJ puts out a tweet because of the girls that were fighting, and she's like, "Do
Yeah.
the whole Simpsons meme. I'm in danger."
Hmm.
And
You
Bailey,
know, I wonder why they're not doing like the number one contender for WrestleMania. You know what I mean? I mean, I know she said she doesn't want to wait till WrestleMania, but that could be another fight on the card.
yeah, okay,
That way the women's IC title is, being defended there.
yeah,
And I think they probably, if they were gonna do that, they should have did like a bracket.
yeah,
I think, a tournament. But to do it, I mean, hey, if she wants to defend it next week, good for her.
good for her.
That's a, if she wants to be a fighting champion, then yeah, go ahead and let her defend it on there. But I think the number one contender should have had, their WrestleMania moment. So I think that it should have been a number one contenders for WrestleMania. And then that way, but she did say she wanted to be a fighting champion and she wanted to defend it every chance she could. So I guess it's, for me, it's good either way. But hopefully she will have a fight at WrestleMania because that would be better because that's when you want to have, all the belts to be
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
So anyway,
All right. Ready to start the show?
yes.
All right. There's a certain sound wrestling fans never forget. Not just the ring bell, but the roar of a crowd when a masked legend steps through the curtain. The flash of color from a jeweler's mask under arena lights. The rhythm of the crowd chanting, clapping, stomping, like the whole building is part of that match. If you grew up watching wrestling in the 90s or early 2000s, you remember the first time you saw Lucha Libre and realized this was a whole different universe. The speed, the aerial moves, the pageantry of the mask, the sense of that every match was part sport, part folklore. Welcome back to my third place. Not home, not work, but that familiar in between where nostalgia, storytelling, and fandom all sit down together like old friends catching up. This is episode 282, and stepping back into the ring with me tonight is Menace, pulling up a chair ringside as we dive headfirst into one of Lucha Libre's most celebrated traditions. Because this weekend, all eyes turn to Rey de Reyes, the King of Kings tournament, one of the cornerstone events of Lucha Libre AAA worldwide. The 2026 edition takes place March 14th at the Auditorio GNP Seguros in Puebla, marking the 29th Rey de Reyes tournament since that event began in 1997, and this year carries even more history with it. For the first time ever, the event is happening under the umbrella of WWE, following the acquisition of AAA, creating a fascinating new chapter in the relationship between American wrestling and the deep traditions of Mexican lucha libre. And if you've never watched Rey de Reyes before, think of it like the lucha libre version of a royal battle for prestige, where high flyers, technical masters, and masked warriors all fight through a tournament to earn the crown. Tonight, Menace and I are breaking down our predictions for the 2026 Rey de Reyes tournament, looking at the competitors, the potential surprises, and the moments that could define the year's road to King of Kings. But before we get into the matches, we also have to talk about a name that carries enormous weight in wrestling history. Conan, a legend who helped bridge cultures between lucha libre and American wrestling, recently underwent surgery that resulted in the amputation of his leg. For longtime fans, Conan isn't just a wrestler, he's a pioneer. From his time influencing the growth of lucha libre in the 90s to helping bring in that style to wider audiences through companies around the world, his impact on the industry is undeniable. So tonight, we'll also talk about his legacy, his contributions to the culture of wrestling, and the support the wrestling community has been showing him during his difficult chapter. Because wrestling history isn't just about matches, it's about the people who have shaped the ring we have watched today. So whether you grew up watching Lucha Libre on late night TV, discovering masked wrestlers through WWE Cruiserweight Classics, or you're just now diving into the rich traditions of Mexican wrestling, you're in the right place. Grab a seat, ringside, adjust the mask, and get ready to call the action with us. This is episode 22 of the M3P Podcast, and tonight we're heading to the world of Rey de Reyes. How was your weekend, dear?
That's okay. That's something, personal happened that, I don't want to talk about right now.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
It's not, it doesn't need to be on this episode. Yeah.
right.
But other than that, it's okay.
That's good. Um, we sorry. Um, we did Monday Night Raw, Finn Balor. What happened there? Like,
I don't know, but
you didn't
it
see that?
didn't look good.
Did you see that part?
No, I saw somebody had it like on their social media, and I was scrolling on TikTok, and it showed what was happening, and I'm like, oh no, but I don't know what led up to it. So
It's always that way. It's always that way. You don't know what
yeah,
happened or what how it leads up.
I mean,
I'll let you watch.
because of what was happening, I know what happened, but I wanted to see what like led up to it.
Right.
But
Um.
but you could talk about it.
Basically, it was like the curse.
Yeah.
The the Danhausen curse
Mm.
on Dominic, basically, because there's nothing that led up to it. Just like, okay, I'm frustrated because you're talking all this stuff. He lost his belt, and he's blaming it on Finn. So Finn's all, you know what? You're a spoiled kid, just like you're a spoiled kid. And then he's like, you're not my dad. So
Mm.
he turns around and does the Pele kick. Finn does, and then you saw what they all did.
So I couldn't. Was JD there too?
Yeah,
So JD was beating him up too, huh?
yeah. He Dove betrayed. He betrayed
Yeah.
him, and I'm like, oh man.
Because I couldn't see like everybody that was there because I just saw because I scrolled real quick, but I was like, but I think we've kind of been noticing that he's Finn has been like separating himself.
Hmm.
So because that happened, the original Judgment Day is
Oh,
done.
yeah,
You know, he was the last one. So
yeah,
I still, like I said, I still want to see what happened.
yeah.
You know,
Um,
so we were trying to watch it yesterday because my sister's like, I got a spoiler, so we need to watch it right now. Okay. So yeah, we started watching it, and it it just kept like buffering, and I'm like, of course,
Right.
because we want to watch it right now.
You know.
You know? So, but I got through the first hour um, at work,
Mhm.
and I'm like, she doesn't stop calling me. I'm kidding, but
Uh,
I just kept pausing it, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I'll probably try to watch it tomorrow, or I might watch it tonight. We'll see. But
who wasn't there was Roxanne Perez.
well, because she's out.
She's out with
She had surgery.
a mass that she has on her back, on
Yeah,
her neck, on the back,
and that was
on,
like
on her back,
shoulder.
shoulder.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like she's been dealing with that. So like yeah, all right. There's a lot of people that are out because of surgery or because of injury. So it's been rough.
yeah.
Um, that's all I saw. And then Soul and Zara,
Zarya.
Zaria,
Uh-huh.
there you go, have broken up.
Sure,
Oh, here we go. Soul's coming to the main roster, and
I saw that.
so should Zarya at least. Like or get a chance for Zarya to go alone at it in
Yeah.
NXT. See how that goes. Because like when she came in, it was all nothing but tagging. Like all right, now let's see what she can do alone.
Okay.
So like I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got on that, right? Yeah, we're at 17 minutes. We got this. Okay. Um, it's gonna be cool.
Oh,
Um,
real quick
what?
about Conan. They said that he's got one leg amputated, and he might have the second one.
Oh no.
So he might be getting both legs amputated. So I was
Jesus.
like, yikes.
That's horrible. That sucks.
Yeah.
Um, so the picture for the episode that I post on Instagram of the episode
Mhm.
for this one is gonna look like it's gonna look good. It has the sword of the Rey Reyes, and it's
Okay.
Triple A Rey Reyes and the sword right along the uh, the background. So it's gonna be fun. All right.
Well,
The winner of the Rey Reyes tournament is given a large ornament sword to symbolize the victory, but it's normally not guaranteed any other rewards for winning the tournament. Although some years becoming the Rey Reyes has earned the winner up for a match for the AAA Mega Championship. From 99 through 2009, AAA also held an annual Reina de Reinas, Queen of Queens tournament, but later turned into an actual championship that could be defended at any point during the year, abandoning the annual tournament concept. Um, oh, so it's like a one-time, like a championship belt, the Reina de Reinas.
you mean like Queen of the Ring?
Yeah. No, it's not Queen of the Ring. The Queen of Queens tournament is like the championship belt. Just keep it. You keep it, but you have
Oh,
to
okay.
use it anytime in the year.
Oh, okay.
Not like the King of the Ring in Saudi where like you get a big ass belt and that's it. Give it to the guy next year.
Yeah.
Is what yeah, I like it anyways. Um so the show is on for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. So we're gonna get what does it say about that? During Gatorade Tennis on December 20, 2025, AAA announced that the race would take place on March 14, 2026 in Puebla, Zaragoza, Puebla. On the March 7th episode of Lucha Libre AAA announced that Rey de Reyes would air as 3-week event on the weekly Saturday Lucha Libre AAA TV show from March 14th to March 28th. It's going to be live there, but we're going to get it like 3 weeks of it. So it's just like any NXT Jam premium live event, which is annoying because like just air the whole thing or
Yeah.
put on the on Peacock. But no, they're like, nope, we're gonna give you 3 weeks of it. So it's just me staring at the same crowd for the next 3 weeks. It is. I was like, it's so annoying. So for week one, we have La Parca versus the original El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano versus Santos Escobar for the four-way Rey de Reyes tournament final to determine the number one contender for the AAA Mega Championship. Um, so the original El Grande Americano is a heel here, and the new Americano is a face.
Okay.
Um, so the heel is the one with the black mask. That's Chad Gable. The face is Ludwig Kaiser. He's gonna have a gold
Okay.
mask.
Okay.
And here,
So he's not wearing his red, white, and blue one.
no, he is. He is. That's like so. It's gonna be darker.
Okay.
So here on Raw, El
Okay.
Grande Americano, fake Grande Americano, Ludwig Americano
Isn't all black,
is in
black and gold.
black and gold.
Okay.
He's a heel. Chad Americano is is a face, and he's wearing the gold one.
Yeah.
So like they alternate over there, which is funny because El Grande, the American, the original Grande Americano, like the one that's supposed to be our guy from the Gulf of America,
Yeah.
is the face or the heel over there, and then the whatever. Anyway,
I
um,
said, um,
all right, so here we go. On January 24th episode of Lucha Libre AAA, Penta announced the format of the 2026 Rey de Reyes tournament. It will consist of fatal four-way qualifying matches. The winner of these matches will compete in the fatal four-way tournament final for an opportunity to challenge for the AAA Mega Championship. Penta will present the signature sword to the winner of the tournament. The tournament began on the January 31st episode where La Parca defeated Jack Cartwheel, Aerostar, and Apollo Cruz. Apollo Cruz still around. I didn't even know that. I thought he was like
he's
a while back.
been on. Well, I thought so too, but he's been on. So he was down at NXT, and then lately he's been at SmackDown.
Okay.
So, and I think he was more on SmackDown when, like, during the Olympics when you guys couldn't watch it if you didn't have
Um,
uh, cable.
there it is.
So he did with the MFT, him and three. I couldn't remember who else he was with, but he did like they were in an 8-man tag. So it was, I think it was LA Knight, Apollo Cruz, who else? But anyway, so it was Solos, MFT versus these three guys or four guys, and Apollo Cruz was there.
Okay.
So he's been, yeah, but he's been, backstage is pretty much where he's been.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because he's a good wrestler. So they need to do something with him, But who knows?
I love that they alternate and they use these guys. Cheers. Like Ethan Page and Chelsea.
Yeah.
For the intergender tagging.
Mm-hmm.
Or, Omaz. Like I haven't seen Omaz in a while, but he's over there in AAA.
Yeah. So what was it? World Class, when they had that big like battle royal.
Yeah.
Omos was there. So I think they've just been using him in AAA.
Because he has he's a big part of out there actually.
Yeah.
On the following episode, the original El Grande Americano attacked El Grande Americano backstage. Let's just do Chad Americano and the following episode, Chad Americano attacked Ludwig Americano backstage and handcuffed him to take his spot in that night's qualifying match. He went on to defeat El Dragon Jr., Dragon Lee, and Ray Phoenix. On the February 20th episode, Edgar second
Kaiser.
Kaiser
Yeah.
was the original Chad or being a fake, citing the use of AI to appear to be able to speak Spanish. Wow.
But you know what? It's so funny. Chad Americano doesn't speak Spanish at all. Only knows, a few words, while Ludwig Americano
He's
is like blah blah
Spanish.
blah blah blah.
He has a girlfriend over there, and
Oh, I
uh, I'm like so torn because he's no longer with my Tiffy. But then I saw
know.
Tiffy's Instagram, and like she's doing good for herself. She has a man. Yeah,
Yeah.
which breaks my heart because Anyway,
Anyway.
um, Pimpinela Escalada confronted the original Chad Americano, but Kaiser claimed, leading to Escalada getting assaulted and unable to participate in the next qualifier. Escalada asked Kaiser to replace him, which he accepted. He went on to defeat Ethan Page, Omaz, and El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. to earn the third spot in the Rated Reyes tournament final. On the March 7th episode, Santos Escobar defeated Abismo Negro Jr., Mr. Iguana, and Psycho Clown to earn the final spot in the Rated Reyes tournament final. There is also something. Hold on. It says here Pimpinela Escarlata was originally slated to participate in the tournament on the February 28, 2026 episode of Lucha Libre AAA. Early that night, Chad assaulted Escarlata after he confronted accused Americano of being a fake. He was later confirmed not medically cleared and able to participate in the tournament. As requested by Escarlata, Kaiser was his replacement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I said this again. I just saw a little addendum. Why they add that? It's weird. Okay, that's all good. So,
They do anything.
oh, and I'm like, wait, oh yeah, Pimpinela Escarlata is a face. So
Okay.
Kaiser's the face here. I keep forgetting that Kaiser's the face here. Like, all right, cool. All
So
right,
Kaiser's the face Americano in AAA, but
yeah,
when he's fighting in WWE, he's a heel.
yeah,
Okay. And then America original
Chad,
is the opposite.
yeah,
When he's in WWE,
he's a
he's a
face.
face.
We like
And
him,
then when he's
although he got cursed on Monday. Like
yeah.
El Grande Americano Hausen, we're not doing that.
I say they do a match where the both of them, you know, fight and
Ever,
whoever loses gets demasked. So
ever.
we can lose this whole El Grande Americano or original El Grande Americano. It's
I love that Kaiser speaks Spanish fluently, and he says the cuss words, and they get away with it. Oh,
yeah.
ese way, no mames, way. It was like this motherfucker can roll his R's better than me, and he's British. Like German? He's German. What the hell?
Yeah, he's sure.
What? He says, "Chinga tu madre." I was like, no, Netflix. What are you guys doing? Oh my god. All right, so La Parca versus original versus fake versus Santos Escobar. Who, I'm going with Chad. No, no, you know what? Chad and Kaiser are just gonna. That's a WrestleMania match right there.
Okay.
Building up. It's gonna be built up to it. If
Yeah.
they do it at WrestleMania, what the hell are they doing? Um, I want to see Santos. Santos feels like he's the first one getting pinned. Santos here
Okay.
feels like he's the one that's getting the pin by La Parca.
Okay.
Original and fake. Original and fake are just gonna like go out to the outside or get beaten up by somebody else. But La
So
Parca,
do we know if this is a gauntlet or is it just
no, it's just a four way. Yeah, four.
okay?
So anything can happen.
So the
Uh,
first one who gets the pin is the number one contender.
yeah.
Okay.
So La Parca wins. I'm gonna say La Parca because I really want to see
Okay.
that match with Dom versus La Parca. It's been a minute,
Okay.
you know.
I was thinking Santos. I want to see Santos
Santos.
win. That's what I think will
Okay. I was like, we're just not picking the Americanos.
win. No, but you know what? Because honestly, and I've always thought this, and I think I've also said it too. If it's AAA, I think the AAA guys need to win.
Yeah, they do.
You know, because this is AAA. You know, all these other WWE superstars are coming, I think, just to kind of mix it up. But I don't know. I just think they should win. And if that's where Santos is going to be used, then I say he wins.
Yeah,
And for AAA.
AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, for that week one, we also have Flamer versus to be determined an open challenge, AAA Reina de Reinas Championship. I want to say Rey de Reinas, King of Queens. That's a TV show.
It says Reina de Reinas.
I know, but I want to say Rey de Reinas,
Oh.
King of Queens. Like, no, yeah, okay, the king. Who knows?
Yeah.
Reina de Reyes, whatever. It's the same thing. Open challenge for the AAA King of Queens Championship. Like I said, she can defend any time. So yeah, I don't know who Flamer is. I gotta look her up. I don't think I've seen her. Yeah, I don't.
Hmm.
Flamer AAA. La Baja Wrestling. Get it? Okay. Lady Flamer. She's a Mexican luchadora mascarada. She is signed with the WWE and is primarily known for her work for the Clash Lucha Libre. She's a freelancer working for the Crash Lucha Libre as well as the Mexican independent circuit.
Hmm.
They have her unmasked as well as her. No, she doesn't have that mask. She has an official Instagram page.
Hmm.
Uh, she updated 3 days ago. Not bad.
Okay.
I've never seen her. I gotta watch these people wrestle. I, uh,
No.
yeah, on YouTube, so obviously, like we're gonna watch it and
Yeah.
we're gonna take note. Um, okay, and then Lady Flamer, and then doesn't say anything about that one. It's just all right. Who's obviously there's gonna be a WWE person coming out to do the open
Yeah.
challenge. Who's it gonna be?
So I'm gonna say Natty.
Natty. I just saw so
They've
too.
been using her.
Thing.
They've been using her a lot. So I
Mm,
say Natty.
Natty coming up and
Yeah.
beating girls up. Will she win? Will she take the AAA Arena Fame Championship? Like I like if imagine her with that belt in the on Raw. Just
Yeah.
that is great. Now she can take that championship, the Queen of Queens, and
Hmm.
and go out and be like, y'all are the WWE Women's World Champion. You're this. You're that. You're the IC Women's Champion.
Yeah.
I'm the Queen of Queens.
That's right.
That'd be great.
So yeah, I haven't seen Lady Flamer. So we'll go with Natty if it's Natty. So I say Natty, and I think she'll win.
Don't too hard. Oh my god. We're gonna do that one at the very end. Week two, we have Pagano and Psycho Clown versus the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, for the AAA World Tag Team Championship. On the February 14th episode of Lucha Libre AAA, War Raiders, Eric and Ivar defeated Los Americanos, Rayo Americano, and Bravo Americano. Um, who did we say that was?
It's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Oh, okay. So just the tag team, like they've been tagged. So they
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, how come Chad doesn't have his? The brothers,
I don't know.
Brutus and the other guy. I was like, I forgot the guy's name.
Yeah.
Still, that would be
Uh,
to have.
Brutus. I don't remember the other one.
But Brutus, I get it because he's fucking huge. And like that'd be great to have them just walk out with those masks and like, no, we're the original Rayo
Yeah.
Americano.
Yeah.
All right, so on February 14th episode on Valentine's Day, Lucha Libre AAA War Raiders defeated Los Americanos and Money Machine, Garra de Oro, and Colmillo de Plata in a three-way tag team match during a shot at the AAA World Tag Team Championship. A match for the title between champions Pagano and Psycho Clown and the War Raiders of the Raiders was made official on the February 21st episode. Um, Pagano and Psycho Clown against the War Raiders? Man, that's you're feeding them to the War Raiders?
Well, they're pretty good, so why not?
I mean,
So I think that one, I said the War Raiders. I know I just said that I think Triple H should win, but I think the War Raiders will win. Give them a belt, make them feel like they're, you know, they're good. They aren't getting used that much in WWE, so why not AAA? Yeah.
okay. Um,
I know I went back on my word, but but still, I think, hey, they've been champs for a while. Give the War Raiders,
give it to War.
some gold,
Okay.
and
We
then win way back.
yeah, let's go with War Raiders. Because I seen only Pagano and Psycho Clown win once, and it's like against
Yeah.
Iguana,
Mm.
Iguana Hausen. Oh my god.
No, no,
No.
no, no. Well, if that's where they want to put him.
My goodness. He's gonna show up in Triple A and be like, hello, I put a curse on you.
I
Curse.
know. Ooh, can I have this? You are cursed. Okay. Really?
Ooh, let me have this iguana.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
God.
week 3, the Laredo Kid versus Dragon Lee versus TJP versus Jack Cartwheel. Jack? Oh my god, Jack Cartwheel. Triple A Cruiserweight Championship. They have a Cruiserweight Championship. Dragon Lee and TJP are the only two people that I know here.
Okay. Let's say I don't know this TJP.
He was in the Cruiserweight Classics. WWE, NXT. He
Okay.
was one of the Cruiserweights on NXT.
Okay.
So that's what I remember about him.
Okay.
Uh,
Because I know they said he's also in he was in TNA. So
yeah, that's yeah him. So it's I can't even say that name. Unalive, Unaliver, Suicido.
oh.
Can't say it though.
Okay. No,
Uh,
I know what you're saying, but
dive like a dive, like a
no,
swoop.
no, I get it. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Eli, how you doing?
Like,
Um, I'm gonna say Dragon Lee. Oh no, no, you know what? Laredo Kid. That's what they're doing.
okay.
So yeah, that's fine. Before we move on to the main event, or because I know that's gonna be the main event. Uh, for some reason, I got a notification earlier today about
Hmm.
hamburguesa
Say it
hamburger
again.
way. For some reason, I got a notification today about Nino Hamburguesa Hamburger Kid
Okay.
way. Um,
Okay.
why am I getting this? Like, I don't even follow him. Nino
Yeah.
Hamburguesa released from the AAA following incident with fan and independent show.
Oh.
Uh, Fightful Sean Ross Sapp immediately confirmed that Nino Hamburguesa has been let go from the WWE AAA contract. It was first reported by BodySlam.net that Nino Hamburguesa has been let go from contract following an incident with a fan and independent show. In the video footage, Hamburguesa was on the outside of the ring and the wrestler kicked him towards the fans. Hamburguesa fell into their laps, and while sitting on them, he delivered multiple elbows to the face of one of the fans. Yeah.
Yikes.
Body Slam reports that Hamburguesa was informed and released via Zoom call.
Wow.
Yeah, you're no longer with us, bud. Neither WWE nor AAA has publicly addressed this situation. The report was corroborated by Lucha blog on X, who wrote, I can confirm BodySlam.net's report that AAA fired Hamburger Kid. Other AAA wrestlers were told he was gone on Friday. The 30-year-old has been working with AAA since 2012. WWE acquired the company in 2025. You can't be doing that anymore, basically.
Nope.
Doing that anymore, basically. Like, it was fine back then, like, up until now. Like, now,
Yeah.
hey, remember what happened with CM Punk and that one fan? Yeah, that's not going to fly anymore around here.
Crazy.
Say hi to Eli.
Hi, Eli.
There you go, Eli. You're on the podcast now. All right. Main event for week 1. He says hi and wave. Dominic Mysterio versus Hijo de Vikingo with Dorian, Roldan, and Omos. No DQ for the AAA Mega Championship at Worlds Collide, Las Vegas on September 12th, 2025. Dominic Mysterio won the AAA Mega Championship by dethroning El Hijo de Vikingo. Vikingo attempted to earn another shot at the title by competing in a triple threat match against Dragon Lee and El Grande Americano. Fake Americano on AAA Alliances. On September 27th, he failed to win the match as Lee came out victorious. At Immortal Heroes on October 20th, I didn't know that's how you spelled Immortales. Immortal. At Immortal Heroes on October 20th, Vikingo and Americano had a confrontation that led to a brawl. Later that night, Mysterio defeated Lee to retain the title. After the match, Vikingo and Lee attacked Mysterio, but their attack stopped when Fake Americano came out to help Mysterio. After Vikingo and Lee left the ring, Mysterio set up a tag team match between the two pairs. On AAA Alliances on November 22, Mysterio and Americano defeated Vikingo and Lee. On the January 31st, 2026 episode of Lucha Libre AAA, Vikingo defeated Americano and became the next challenger for the AAA Mega Championship. Mysterio revealed that he will defend his title against Vikingo at the main event of Rey de Reyes. On the February 7th episode, Vikingo proposed to have Mysterio's hair also be on the line. What?
Yeah.
Vikingo proposed to have Mysterio's hair to also
Mhm.
be on the line in their upcoming title match. He stated he
Yep.
will see his answer in their contract signing for 2 weeks later. At their contract signing on the February 21st episode, Mysterio stated that if Vikingo loses, he can never challenge Mysterio for the title. Vikingo added onto the stipulations by disregarding his previous proposal. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What? And stated that
Yeah,
their
that's what I heard, that it was a hair versus title kind of thing. So,
like, damn, matched up
but
well.
the only one that would be losing their hair would be Dominic. So,
Mhm. All right, matched up with us. All right, Vikingo added on the stipulation, but disregarding his previous proposal and stated that their match will be a no DQ match, and if Mysterio loses, he must leave AAA forever. Oh my
mhm,
goodness, dude!
mhm.
All right, is this what happened to John Morrison? Because he's bald now.
Oh yeah,
Like, he was on the Chris Van Vliet show, Stevie V show.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
He was on the Chris Villiers show, and like he came out bald. I'm like, dude, what happened to his hair? No way.
isn't is he in TNA? Is that
He,
where he's at? Or?
he was in AAA. He's not in
Oh,
TNA.
was he?
I think he was
Okay,
in W. He's been all over the place. He's
true.
um yeah. This tells you right here that Bikini was winning.
Yeah.
The curse still stays. That curse is how does the curse get away? By being nice to um Dan
Danhausen.
and getting him to uncurse him.
Yeah.
Can you uncurse me, please? Can we do an uncursing um, storyline? Because I would love that if you're gonna do something. It's like, okay, I uncurse you, and there, you're done. So, I don't think anybody's gonna think much of it. Mysterio's gonna lose. Obviously, Vikingo wins the belt, stays. He still gets booed. He's the biggest heel in there right now.
Mhm.
Um, that's what happens when you fuck with Alberto. Um, so I'm thinking Dominic versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that probably seems like that's what's going to happen because and of course Judgment Day is going to be right there for Dominic.
Yeah, but Dominic's gonna lose. The curse still on.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when he's all like, "Okay, uncurse me now."
Yeah.
Finhausen, Finhausen, Finhausen.
No Finhausen.
The team Finhausen.
No. Finn just needs to be on his own.
We need a Hausen team.
So let's see.
All right.
Who
So
could it be?
those are the matches that are coming up for week one. Let's do it again. Week one: La Parca versus the original Grande Americano versus the fake Grande Americano versus Santos Escobar for the four-way King of Kings tournament final to determine number one contender for AAA Mega Championship. La Parca wins.
I say Santos.
You say
You
Santos
say,
after La Parca.
yeah.
Flamer, Lady Flamer versus Natty. If we think Natty's going to come out and open
Yeah.
challenge for the
Hmm.
Queens, when we say Natty's going to win. And finally for that week, Dominic Mysterio versus Hijo de Vikingo for the no DQ for the AAA Mega Championship. If Dominic wins, Vikingo can't compete for the title anymore. If Vikingo
Hmm.
wins, Dominic has to leave AAA forever.
Hmm.
And we are choosing Vikingo.
Hmm.
All right. Week two, Pagano Psycho Clown versus the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar for the AAA World Tag Team Championship. We said
Eric. I say Eric. I say War Raiders. So
War Raiders. All right.
yeah.
Week three, Laredo Kid versus Dragon Lee versus TJP versus Jack Cartwheel, AAA Cruiserweight Championship.
I say Dragon Lee.
Yeah, Dragon Lee or Laredo Kid. I don't know who these people are, but hey, All right. Okay. Before we move on, we got to talk about someone who doesn't always get the credit he deserves when people discuss wrestling history. Talking about a man who helped connect Mexican. I'm talking about a man who helped connect Mexican lucha libre, American wrestling, and modern Latino wrestling culture all in one career. That man is Conan, and there's a reason why I'm wearing the red and black NWO shirt.
Hmm.
Night for respect. And right now, the wrestling world has been thinking about him a lot because of some serious health issues and surgery updates. But before we get to that, let's talk about why Conan matters historically.
Okay.
Conan, born Carlos Espada, grew up in Southern California but made his wrestling name in Mexico during the late 1980s. Traditional lucha libre was very different from American wrestling. Most luchadores were masked, silent, and mysterious. Conan was none of that. He brought hip hop attitude, American style promos, and swagger to Mexican wrestling. By the early 90s, he's one of the most popular baby faces in the country. And when Lucha Libre AAA Worldwide launched in '92, Conan became their first mega draw. He helped revolutionize Mexican wrestling by adding American style storytelling, factions, dramatic rivalries, stadium scale events. And at one point, AAA shows were drawing tens of thousands of fans, something almost unheard of for wrestling in Mexico at the time. In the mid 90s, Conan jumps to World Championship Wrestling, better known as WCW, and is where his influence explodes. Conan helped bring a whole generation of luchadores into the WCW. That's how the famous Cruiserweight division was born. We're talking about introducing American audiences to names like Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera. Those high flying matches changed how American wrestling looked. Modern wrestling today, the fast paced, the era moves owes a lot to that Cruiserweight revolution. What do you remember about that?
Um, I don't remember Psychosis. But I didn't really watch that much WCW.
Yeah, no.
Um,
But you did.
because I
Everybody
mean, what?
did, but it was like mostly NWO stuff.
Yeah. Um, but I do remember Conan always being with Rey Mysterio,
Yeah.
and they were a good tag team.
Yeah.
They were really good. But it's just I want to hear more about him. I love when you do lore. on Wrestler, so
More is fun.
I'm here for it.
What were their names? I forgot. Rey Mysterio and Conan. The
I like the Dirty Dogs or
yeah, it was around there with Tori Wilson and the Filthy Animals.
okay.
Was the Filthy Animals? Yeah, it was the Filthy Animals. It was Conan, Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman, Juventud Guerrera, Disco Inferno for some reason, Eddie Guerrero, Tigress, and Tori Wilson. Yeah, okay. Hell yeah, I remember that. NWO Wolfpack. Most fans remember Conan from his time with the New World Order, specifically the Wolfpack version. Red and black gear, swagger, and that signature catchphrase. Arriba la raza!
Hmm.
We're all bowdy, rowdy, something like that. I don't remember walking to the room, but I remember two things. Oh, you didn't know, and orale.
Yeah.
He also formed a faction of Filthy Animals and held WCW championships along the way. But his biggest contribution during this time wasn't just his matches; it was helping WCW build a cruiserweight roster that fans still talk about today. After injuries slowed down his in-ring career, Conan shifted into another role: manager, booker, and mentor. In Impact Wrestling, he created one of the most influential factions of the 2000s, Latin American Exchange, or LAX. The OGs, that group helped elevate talents like Homicide, Hernandez, Santana, and Ortiz later on. Conan also stayed deeply involved with AAA behind the scenes and launched a popular wrestling podcast, Keeping It 100. Keeping It 100, where he shares insider stories from the decades in the business. Fun wrestling trivia for the podcast. Conan is also the godfather of Dominic Mysterio.
Hmm.
Now, unfortunately, Conan has been dealing with some serious health issues for many years. Over the last 2 decades, he has battled kidney failure, multiple hip surgeries, complications from COVID, heart and circulation problems. Recently, those complications led to a major surgery. One of his legs had to be amputated due to severe medical issues connected to those long term conditions. The surgery reportedly took place in San Diego and is currently recovering while doctors continue monitoring his health closely. The wrestling community from WWE to from WWE to AEW to AAA has been sending support because a lot of today's stars owe part of his career to Conan's mentorship. From a wrestling historian's point of view, Conan's impact is massive. He helped bridge Mexican and American wrestling cultures, launch WWE's Cruiserweight Revolution, mentor future stars like Rey Mysterio, build factions that represented Latino wrestlers on national TV, and shape storytelling in modern lucha libre. Without Conan, the wrestling world might look very different today. So whether you remember him from the Wolfpack, from AAA stadium shows, or from LAX running wild and Impact, or even Lucha Underground, he was there. He was there.
Okay.
Conan's fingerprints are all over modern wrestling, and right now the entire wrestling community is hoping the godfather of lucha influence makes a strong recovery because legends like that, they don't just belong to one company. They belong to the history of the business. I really hope DDP gets a hold of him after that.
Yeah.
Like, all right, brother, time for some
Yeah.
DDP. Bang. It's like back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So that's it right there. What'd you think of it?
Awesome.
Oh
I hope he, does well and hopefully doesn't have that second amputation. But
man, that's second invitation.
we'll see.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
You ready to head out? We good?
Mhm.
All right. And just like that, the arena lights start to dim, the ring crew begins breaking things down, and the echoes of the crowd slowly fade out into the night. Another wrestling conversation in the books. Huge thanks to Menace for pulling up and helping breaking down everything between surrounding Rey de Reyes, the predictions, the history, and the excitement surrounding one of the Libre's most important annual events. And if you're planning on wrestling, and if you're planning on watching, geez, let's do that again. Let me drink some water first. I'm gonna do a lot of editing. No, I'm kidding. I'm just gonna cut that part out, and then we did everything good. Everything good. All right. And just like that, the arena lights start to dim. The ring crew begins breaking things down, and the echoes of the crowd slowly fade out into the night. Another wrestling conversation in the books. Huge thanks to Menace for pulling up and helping break down everything surrounding Rey de Reyes. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Rey de Reyes.
Look at King Kurt, ours.
Rey de Reyes.
I don't have that today, guys. The predictions, the history, and the excitement surrounding one of Lucha Libre's most important annual events. And if you're planning on watching, here's your reminder. The 2026 Rey de Reyes kicks off March 14th from Auditorio GNP Seguros in Puebla, Mexico. And instead of being a one night event, it's unfolding over 3 weeks as part of the weekly Lucha Libre AAA broadcast. There is one night. For us, it's 3 weeks. Just do one night. The tournament episodes will air every Saturday from March 14th to March 28th. So this isn't just one night of action. It's a 3 week ride watching the tournament unfold until a new King of Kings is crowned. That gives us plenty of time to watch the matches, react to the prize, and see which of our predictions actually survived the chaos of Lucha Libre. Also, it's on YouTube. I don't think I made that clear. It's on YouTube. Yeah.
Is it on the WWE YouTube? Because I
Yeah,
know that's where they've shown it before.
it's on the YouTube. It's going to be on the AAA YouTube. It's going to be broadcast on YouTube and AAA. If you have Fox, is it on Fox? I don't know.
I've looked, and I mean, I think it is because I hear Rey Mysterio is like translating.
Yeah, he is. He's
So I'm like, okay, so I'm guessing it's on American Fox, but I know they said, I guess it's on Fox in Mexico too. So,
he'd been translating his son too. Like, oh, he said this, this, and this, and this.
yeah, I know. I'm like, this sounds bad.
At this point, watch his mouth. He said this.
Yeah.
Um, and while all that's happening, the clock is also ticking toward the biggest stage in wrestling. You know what that means? We are officially on the road to WrestleMania. Only a few weeks left until the grandest stage of them all, and longtime listeners already know how we do around here once WrestleMania season hits. Oh yeah, those 2 weeks leading up to the show, yeah, we go all out. Predictions, breakdown, nostalgia, storylines, probably a wild hot takes that's aged terribly by the next episode, but still, that's part of the fun. I have one about the Usos. I already told you that, but like, let me tell them that. Hold on. Before we go, I got to put this out. Um, when the Usos came out to confront Punk, they said, "We need you to apologize." He didn't say, "We want you to apologize." We need you to apologize. We need you to fucking apologize right now, or else. CM Punk is assumed that Roman Reigns sent the Usos out. Like, oh yeah, make him apologize. No, Roman Reigns didn't send them out. As you can see, Alpha and Stika were the patriarch of the Usos family. They've since been passed away and gone. The next one in line is
Kishi.
Rikishi Fatu, the father of the Usos. So when that happened, because it happened in Japan also, that's where the whole Samoan dynasty, uh, what's it called, the Samoan dynasty stable came about.
Okay.
Because who was it? The other guys from the MFT.
Uh-huh. Oh, their dad.
Yeah, where Haku and all
Papu.
them,
Okay.
like some stuff over there, and then Rikishi came out like, if you can't know, this is the Samoan dynasty, and
Okay.
we have a lot of history. So he has to do business. Rikishi's has to do business and stuff, and the next
Sure.
one in line is
The final boss.
the final boss.
Mhm.
So, you know, so I'm saying, we're all gonna say it. We're all gonna say it. He's doing it for The Rock.
I did it for the right.
Did it for The Rock. I did it for you, my brother. Um, so Rikishi sends out his boys. Go make him apologize, or else. We heard that, or prior when it happened,
Yeah.
when Punk told Roman that, the next day we saw videos of Zilla
Hmm.
Zilla Fatu saying, like, watching it, and like him and his crew, like there are Samoans also, and they're like,
Yeah.
like, oh, and then Zilla's like, it's on site,
Better watch it.
on
He's
site.
like, you better watch it, punk. Next time I see you.
We're no longer friends. No, no,
Nope.
I don't like, no longer like you, Punk.
Uh,
Um, he said, like laughing over there. So he says that, and then here we get like a whole Samoan family meeting from Rikishi, the boss. It's like, what do you think we should do? Go make him apologize. Make him apologize for what he said.
mhm.
Because remember back at WrestleMania 40, it's like, what'd you say about my father?
Mhm.
You gotta apologize. And then slap Cody.
Yep.
And what did Cody say? It's his bullshit.
Yeah.
What, Cody? This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I love when we bring back full circle everything that we said back in the day. Um,
Yeah.
Long term storytelling, absolute cinema, absolute cinema. So um, where was I? Rikishi tells the Usos, next down the line, like making a apologize. It's like, all right, so Usos come out to punk. You have to say sorry. Say sorry. Like, all right, I apologize. I apologize. I apologize that he fucking did this to you guys, and it's like, ooh boy, all right, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna get a bunch of them coming in, and not only that, maybe the girls, Tamina, maybe, them.
Um, Nia Jax already was like, she after I saw Zilla's like response, I saw something on Instagram. She or was it Threads? One of them two, same company. But they, she was like, "Oh, wait till I see him." And I'm like, "Oh, she's coming after him." So,
Oh, we're gonna get a lot. We're gonna
oh
get
yeah,
them coming out. Jacob's gonna come out, gonna talk some smack. I love it. I
yeah,
love the whole every like you don't disrespect. But then CM Punk said it's like, dude, like you disrespected freaking Cody Rhodes' dad. Why
yeah,
you guys don't say anything to freaking Roman?
yeah.
Apologize. I was like, all right, fine. All right. So that was my whole theory, my old spiel of and this was like, oh shit, and this was our you still there?
I'm still there. Yeah,
You're there, okay. And this was like our version of not going home yet.
yeah. Our long outro.
After show and stuff.
Yeah,
Still standing. So yeah, so that was it. I mean, it's funny, it's theorizing, it's not real. If it is, hey, hope it happens. Hope we get like some form of war between Samoans and Punk has to come out with his friends.
yeah. This is. I wonder if they're going to put this on Unreal next year, next season.
Oh
Because if this is, I mean, to hear him say that about his father, it was kind of, I was like, oh wow. So, and I know, well, I think it was you that said this has to have been something that was, agreed upon,
yeah,
to start something. If it was, good on them. If it wasn't, that's jacked up. I honestly think it's jacked up. But then again, they said things about Dusty, too. So it's honestly, I'm like, unless it was agreed upon, you know, don't disrespect, you know, these great wrestlers because they set, you know, have some respect for them. They did a lot. You know, they're pioneers in wrestling. It's not cool. Whether, and I don't think it's cool even if it's agreed upon. You
Yeah.
know, that can be a super sensitive subject, you know, especially because those wrestlers back then, they, you know, maybe they weren't in their kids' lives, you know, like the wrestlers are now.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, I mean, you see it and they talked about it. You know, my dad was gone, you know, 300 days out of the year. You know, and a lot of the wrestlers too are like, you know, I miss birthdays, anniversaries, graduations. So
Flair.
it's like, you know, it's a tough business to be a family man, you know, whether it's now or back then. So, and a lot of these wrestlers, you know, from back then, you know, weren't family men in the fact that they weren't there. And I you know, it's just you see how many are like divorced,
Right.
you know, or like Roman's parents, they had been separated for years and like just recently, like 2 or 3 years ago, just got a divorce.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, that's crazy to me, you know. But they all said that when he said he was going to be there, he was there. But you know, that was far and few in between. So it's hard, but I still think you know that could be a very touchy subject.
For sure. It is like not having a father or
Yeah,
mom, or even a mom. Like even the mom could
right,
like even Becky's all like, I want to be there for my kid.
right.
Like
And
having
she's married to somebody in the business, so they can have their daughter, you know, on the road with them because right now she's little, you know, and so but she is getting to be close to school. Well, actually, she is in school, so it's like one of them has to, you know, be
spoiling
there. Yeah, I know, spoiling the storylines. So
my dad injured. And he is
yeah,
now.
oh yeah.
Like the teacher, hey, how's your dad? Is he really injured? I'm like, I don't know.
Uh,
Like, what's kayfabe? I heard my dad talking about kayfabe.
yeah,
Uh,
what's that mean? Yeah,
he comes in, it's like, yeah, I'm hurt. This is for
yeah,
real this time, teacher.
yeah. Look, Miss Jones, this is for real. I really am in a sling for my shoulder. I had surgery. Here's my scar. You know.
All right. Before we really go, take a breath with me. Whether your week felt like a main event victory or a steel cage match that went a few rounds too long, you made it through, and you had a peace. You had a peace. You had a place to sit for a while. This is my third place. Not home, not work, but that space where the stories and nostalgia and the conversations always have a seat waiting. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. And we'll see you next time at ringside. Menace?
Bye.
Oh, no, we're not leaving yet, Menace.
Oh,
Um, we're gonna be doing WrestleMania stuff. Like obviously, if you've been here long for a long time, um, WrestleMania stuff is usually around like 4 hours of just us talking about the week of WrestleMania.
mhm,
Um, we've done the Slammies,
mhm.
the SmackDown, Hall of Fame,
Okay.
Saturday Slammies, or Saturday, or is it Saturday? You still there? You disappeared. Oof. And oh, okay. Say something.
Hello.
Okay,
I
that's not.
got kicked out. I don't know what happened.
And you're still here apparently.
I went away for like 2 seconds.
There's a third little spot right in the middle of us,
Okay.
and you're in it. Like you have
Oh,
two boxes. I don't know. Like, all right.
as I got kicked out.
There you go. There you go. Difficulty of the night. All right. Yeah. First up,
God, we were doing so good.
we're fine. We're fine. So we're doing SmackDown. Um, it's
Hall of
WrestleMania.
Fame.
Yeah, WrestleMania week though. It starts on Monday. Starts on
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday for NXT, and then the entire week is WrestleMania World, which like I'm already looking at stuff and how much the tickets are. It's expensive. It's in Vegas again.
Hmm.
And then we have Friday Night SmackDown, Hall of
Yes.
Fame.
Yes.
Saturday is World
Night
again,
one.
night one. Night
Yep.
one, um, NXT is doing their thing.
Oh, are they? Are
Yeah,
they doing like they did before? Like at 11 a.m. they're doing their PLE.
yeah, stand deliver.
Okay.
So it's on Peacock. Still watching on Peacock. Uh,
Oh, but did you see that the first hour on Saturday is going to be on ESPN2,
it's for free. Yeah, I love that.
and then on ESPN on Sunday, the first hour?
Are they bringing back the first hour on TV Guide channel?
Yeah, really.
Free for all, 30 minutes. I used to
Yeah.
love that. It's like wow, oh free for all. Um, and it was like you saw one match, and then the card rundown and everything. I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Yep.
Like, fine. Totally fine. Um, so yeah, obviously that entire week is going to be nothing but independent people, independent wrestlers
Hmm.
going to like this whole situation where they have WrestleMania week.
Hmm.
Saturday night one, Stand Deliver NXT night one, and then we have the after show,
Hmm.
and then usually it's us live talking about it
Hmm.
and you know our reactions to it. Next day is the Slammies, Sunday Slammies. Um, Possibly another PLE in there with NXT. I
No,
don't.
I don't think so. I think NXT is only one day.
Okay.
I don't think they've branched into the 2 day. So,
Recap at World for whatever happened, whatever we didn't see. Night two after show. I was talking about it. The next day, Monday Raw after WrestleMania, where Chris Jericho, Sol Ruka will show up. Oh, by the way, we gotta talk about this. Okay, what did Punk tell Roman that he put him on the list?
yes.
And then this week on Monday, he told the Usos that he put him on the learning tree.
Okay.
And I'm like, you're bringing in Chris Jericho. You're just sprinkling in some key words
Yeah.
because they did it with Cody Rhodes when
Okay.
that said, I'll be your nightmare."
Yeah.
They did it with Punk when they said like, you know, they
Oh, it's going to be in Chicago. Oh,
did it with Punk with Chicago. They do
yeah.
it like where like they sprinkle in words of that person and
Hmm.
like you don't realize it until later. It's like it's been right under our noses the entire time.
Yeah.
He's gonna if he says something else like Ayatollah, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Or um whatever. What else do you have? Lion. I have the heart of a lion.
Yeah.
If he says Lionheart, I swear, he's coming.
Yeah.
It's like he like. word, like Winter Soldier, when Bucky gets activated by certain words
Right.
list. um, a learning tree.
Hmm.
I was like, here comes Jericho. I was like, did I just get activated? What the?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. So there's that. I want to say that. That's it. Okay, we're good. We're good. And then Monday we have Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Tuesday we have NXT WrestleMania again.
Hmm.
Wednesday or Thursday, I think it's us recapping
Wednesday. Yeah.
the entire 4 hour show. Because I go back and watch the show again and go through the bits and pieces of Easter eggs and stuff. That's
Yeah.
what we do around here. We do that stuff. Like I like doing that stuff. I brought
Hmm.
you, we brought you stuff about who um who was the orchestra that brought out Roman Reigns back at
Hmm.
WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania 41. Like that's a big deal. Like we love doing that. And then I tell them like on Instagram too when I find them, like you're we talk about you guys on the podcast. You should listen.
Yeah.
It's fun doing that. So yeah, that's our fucking work schedule. I don't know how it's gonna work for next year. Like,
We'll get to that when we get to
where
that.
we get to that? Okay, I don't know how it's gonna work for next year. When are the people, the independent people, are they gonna stay in the states and do WrestleMania week still, or are they gonna
You
tour?
know, I
Green shirt guy gonna be there. That's all I want.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
All right, we'll
I
get
like it's crazy just to even think about that.
right,
That, they're taking WrestleMania overseas.
and we can't even be a part of that.
And which means it's gonna be a 5 a.m. Saturday and Sunday for me, and 7 a.m. for you. So
Or
it's like, ugh.
how did you do it last time at King of the Ring? Wasn't it like 10 p.m. Started at 10 p.m. and it went all the way to 2 p.m., 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, there. So I think it was 11 then my time and
Yeah,
1 year time.
yeah,
So you got afternoon, I had morning. But I mean, that was crazy. I don't know. Was that King in the Ring?
that was King. Yeah, that was King of the Ring.
Okay.
Or the other
The
grandest.
yeah, the Riyadh. No,
Right. Yeah,
yeah, Riyadh. Yeah, Riyadh. Hmm.
yeah, that one. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's probably
So we'll see.
at WrestleMania, and then
Yeah.
people complained that there weren't people in the seats.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I
That
rather
was Royal. That was Royal Rumble.
the greatest Royal Rumble. No, that was
Yeah.
regular Royal Rumble. Okay, yeah, Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So yeah, people are complaining that there weren't people. That was when our time. It's like when it was afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's much better than that. Um. All right, we're good. Okay. All right. Say goodbye to everybody, and
Bye, everybody.
hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're almost on the front porch. We've been doing this on the front porch.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out on the front porch with me.
You're welcome.
I got some more. We got some more ideas of other episodes that we are gonna do. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah. So have a great night. We'll see you guys later. Have fun. Bye.
Bye.